Sports. Glad to have you with us from Tampa. Raymond James Stadium as a couple of teams get set to square off in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Houston, hello! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the run and get him one snap, one touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, though.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Quick release by the QB. At midfield, he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, SMU! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quick strike complete. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Dropping back, it's Ortega. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we're getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cougars.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that.
Makes the grab on the left side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires left. Makes a connection. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. He's gonna pass. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Looking for room. It's Cooks. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Houston, 14. SMU, 7.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Absolutely perfect.
That makes the score Houston, 14. SMU, 10.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wide receiver shows motion. Right back to the well. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to throw, it's Ortega. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wide out in motion. Movement here from the tight end. Direct snap. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. what about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Looking to pass. It's Ortega. Fires to the right. Ball in the air. Intercepted! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
All wideouts, no backs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's right on target. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gift.
Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, it's a big blown opportunity by the defense to just kill that drive right there. He had a chance to make that interception in the end zone, but he couldn't come up with it.
Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Mustangs need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Ortega, feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Ortega. Pulls it in. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
They move the tight end all over. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the 3 ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. From the gun. Give on the inside. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Looking for a gap. It's Cooks. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Corners are going to bail. He'll sneak it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. 2 very evenly matched teams with a lot of play.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Touchdown, SMU! The defense takes matters into their own hands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Houston going up tempo.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The give on the inside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any...
And he breaks into the open. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. With the run on 1st and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
The offenses don't just line up and say, I'm going to pound you now, especially once you get in the red zone. You know, the field shrinks and everybody focuses so much on being great on defense in that area. But you can lose a little bit of trickeration, get some speed on the perimeter really quickly, pick up that positive gain.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Now, when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space. And what?
The extra point is blocked. Picks it up. That's a live ball. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
On second down, looking to throw. He's going up top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He'll try the left side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense was not fooled on that third down. They were expecting that could be run. Linebackers doing a nice job really coming hard downhill to stop that play.
Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. Defense in press coverage. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
On the set.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, SMU 24, Houston 23.
First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back to throw, it's Ortega. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
He's going to pass on second down. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zone. Trying to keep the ball in front, it's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. This for a lead here in the fourth quarter. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed on.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The pull and throw off the RPO. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
To the ground with the back. And And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On second down, he'll fire. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On the return, it's Nash. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The give to the left side. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The play action fake. Fires on the run. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Houston. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They'll line up to go for 2. Slams ahead. Couldn't make his way in. The 2-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On fourth down, looking to pass. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. The offense coughs it up. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now the offense.
All kinds of running room. At the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Man, this is where the defense knows they have to make a play. You're ripping at the football, trying to force a fumble, doing whatever you can late in this football game to try to give your offense a chance with the football, because otherwise that clock's just going to continue to tick, and this one's going to be over.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
Snap it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Ortega. He makes a grab. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He didn't get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and now they've got a chance to pull out the game.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
These corners backing off a bit. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Houston. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Here he comes with the return. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.